Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. St. Elizabeth man in deadly stabbing incident identified. Police have identified a man who was stabbed to death after he allegedly chopped another during an altercation in Santa Cruz Market in St. Elizabeth on Monday. The deceased has been identified as Anthony Heath. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Dwight Daly said about 4:40 p.m. Heath attacked a man with a machete and chopped him several times. The man retaliated and stabbed Heath in his chest. The men were taken to hospital, where Heath was pronounced dead and the injured man hospitalized. Superintendent Daly said disputes continue to resolve in violent cases in St. Elizabeth, despite a recent 4-day visit by Justice Minister Delroy Chalk to train members of the churches, Justice of the Peace, and other groups in dispute resolution techniques under the Alternative Justice Services program. 1 dead, 2 injured in Grange Hill bar shooting. 3 people were shot, 1 fatally, at Mint Road bar in Grange Hill, Westmoreland on Monday night. The deceased has been identified as 26-year-old Oshin Hamilton from the community. A man and woman were also injured. The incident happened about 9:30 p.m. According to initial reports from the police, the 3 people were among a group of patrons at a bar when gunmen traveling in a motor car shot at them. It is unclear if the armed men entered the bar or it was a drive-by shooting. The police were alerted and the injured were taken to hospital, where Hamilton was pronounced dead. Second suspect held, cops searching for 2 others following death of U.S. national. A second suspect has been taken into police custody, and the manhunt that was launched in search of 1 man has now expanded to 2 following the death of 50-year-old foreign national Kenyatta Harris, whose body was found in Shudley, Manchester on Sunday. Head of the Manchester Police Superintendent Lord Darby told reporters that investigators have theorized that Harris and the suspects were involved in a dispute. It is believed that Harris was hit in the head with a blunt instrument. Harris, who is a resident of New Jersey in the United States and West Green Crescent in St. James, was found dead about 5:15 a.m. by a passerby in the vicinity of Black Factory in Shudley. Queen's old girl falls robbery attempt of students. A past student of Queen's High School showed that she is truly a sister's keeper after risking her life by intervening in an armed robbery of 2 female students from her alma mater in St. Andrew on Monday afternoon. The woman, who will be attending her school's 40th anniversary reunion overseas this week, said she was driving on Waterloo Avenue when she saw 2 Queen's High School students, their faces a portrait of fear, back up against a wall by 2 intimidating-looking male. Thinking quickly, she pulled her car over to them, rolled down her window and yelled, "Thief, thief." It just didn't look right, she said. One of the men was holding on to one of the girls in a friendly manner, but they were backed up against the wall. They looked afraid, and the men looked wrong, unkempt hair, and cut off with foot jeans. I just acted. I had to stop them. When she yelled an accusatory thief out of the sprawl outer window of the car, the men hightailed it up to the road towards West Kingston Road. Then she acted quickly, executing a hasty U-turn, and dog pursued the men. One of the men ran onto the compound of a popular pharmaceutical store, where security guards chased him and nabbed him when he tried to jump a fence. Another vehicle also made a U-turn. This man was a licensed firearm holder, which I found out later, and he also tried to pursue the guys. The security grabbed one when he tried to clear a rail fence. He had a knife hidden in his crotch, while the other one threw his knife into the gutter but escaped into the direction of the Canadian High Commission, she said. Reporters have decided not to reveal the identity of the past student. Quiz if she had been feared for her life given the fact that the men could have been armed, she replied, "I didn't think, I just acted. Now I understand why civilians sometimes get caught up and get shot. I just acted. I saw one of my Queen's girl in trouble, and I am a past student, so I just did something." One of the men had robbed one of the girls of her cellular phone. The girls were shaken but otherwise unhurt by the ordeal. "We need to be our brother's keeper. We have to take back our country. I am just happy that one of them was held," she said. She later filed a report at the Halfway Tree CIB regarding the incident. The man who was held is reportedly a resident of Rima who was out on bail on a charge of shooting with intent and illegal possession of firearm. The police confirmed the incident. One thing one can be sure of is that when she attends her 40th anniversary Queen's reunion overseas this week, she will have a hell of a tale to tell. Taxi associations call on government to rectify PPV operators' grant portal. Taxi associations in Manchester and St. Elizabeth are calling on the Ministry of Finance to quickly resolve issues with the portal for public passenger vehicle operators grant. Last week, the portal was opened for taxi operators to apply for a $25,000 grant as part of the government's promise to cushion the effects of high fuel prices. However, the operators say they faced challenges with inputting their tax registration number on the portal last week, and now the site has been temporarily closed to address certain technical difficulties, according to an advisory from the Ministry of Finance. President of the Central Manchester Tax Operation, Shirley Johnson, said his members are facing hard times. The government came out and made a promise, so members have been looking for it. The first time the weaker thing came out is just some people got it. We are waiting to see what will happen. I have only one member who got through after spending all night and half of a day trying, he said. The gas price is killing us and the roads are so bad. Then you have the Examiner and Transport Authority. Some of the members, although they have their badge and their vehicles are licensed, they still hide from the Police and Transport Authority. You don't care what the members do, they still have problems, he added. It is dread out here on my members, he said. President of the Southern Taxi Association, Charles Powell, is skeptical about the grant. This $25,000 business, to be honest with you, at all times when government promises the transport sector something, we never get it, or we always have some issue when we get from it, so this is just another repeat of itself from the government towards the sector, he said. It is a wait-and-see situation. The first thing is you must use the tax registration number where government give you. You use it and it a give problem. Then what is the sense? He asked. Just under 17,000 taxi operators are said to benefit from the grant according to the Jamaica Information Service. 51 schools to receive water tanks. 51 primary and infant level schools island-wide are expected to benefit from 100 water tanks donation as part of the government's bid to ensure the safe operation of in-person school. The tanks were donated by the United States Southern Humanitarian Command Program in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. Education Minister Favour Williams and U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Noah Nicholas Perry, were present at the official handover ceremony at Jamaica College campus on Tuesday. This donation from the United States Southern Command Humanitarian Assistance Program will assist the MOE to improve the general teaching and learning environment for the selected schools, Williams said in a post on Instagram. The 100 1,000-gallon water tanks, also with all fixtures and fittings, are being donated through the National Education Trust and reportedly cost approximately US $60,000. This donation will no doubt increase the supply of portable water to schools that are experiencing shortages, Williams said. She added, "Thank you, Ambassador Nick Perry, for the continued support and also to the United States Southern Command Humanitarian Assistance Program for their support to the improvement in Jamaica's education infrastructure." Rotary Club of Kingston President happy with impact of projects. Improvement in the lives of those in need was a goal that President Ryan Stratton admits he successfully accomplished throughout his one-year tenure as president of the Rotary Club of Kingston. The aim, Stratton said, was in line with the 2021-2022 Rotary Year theme, Serve to Change Lives. It has been enriching in the sense that we have acted on more than 20 projects this year, and the best part about that was seeing how collective efforts of Rotarians have added value to the lives of recipients, Stratton told reporters. In addition, it has also meant being chief servant in the club of the time when we have not been together in person as much as we normally would. I would say it has been fulfilling from the standpoint of being able to contribute and lead the whole process of generating ideas, having and executing plans, and transferring the benefits to the recipients, he added. Some of the projects Rotary Club of Kingston worked on included handovers of care packages to Women's Centre of Jamaica Foundation, a water tank for Calabar Primary School, tablet computers for St. Jude's Primary School, and a house for man in Kingston. But even though all projects were impactful, there was one that really stood out for Stratton. We had a school feeding program at St. Jude's Primary, which I think hit home for us because it spoke to basic education and literacy, which is Rotary International's area of focus. When you hear about kids who could not stay focused in school because they weren't able to afford breakfast, and a grant from Rotary District 7020 was able to feed more than 100 children for a sustained period of time, they were able to go to class and focus on lessons and increase in their likelihood of being successful, he said. The final project on his list involves certifying 2 early childhood institutions. As his tenure comes to a close, Stratton said he's looking forward to the continuous growth of Rotary Club of Kingston and for more youngsters to get involved. We are always looking for high-quality members to join Rotary. I would like young people to know that they don't have to join Rotary when they are in their 50s. We want to foster the spirit of altruism, volunteerism, and caring for others. Rotary Club of Kingston is 63 years, and I just want it to go from strength to strength, he said. Jennifer Jones will take over as Rotary Club of Kingston's president on July 1. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.